And now a bookstore in Fremont features a selection of LGBTQ plus titles. And with Pride Month in full swing, we asked Charlie's Queer Books to visit us with a roundup of reading suggestions. Charlie Huntz joins me now. Welcome back to New Day.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so excited to just get into this because I can tell you have several titles. So we're going to start with number one on your list. Isn't it obvious?
We have to do romance, of course.
Yes, please.
This is by local author Rachel Runya-Katz, who does a great job of having books that talk about intersectionality. So all the ways that make us human across race, religion, sexuality, and gender. And so in this book, it's Bye for Bye, kind of a retelling of You've Got Mail, that great movie.
Yes.
And so in this book, a high school librarian has a podcast where she reviews school's curriculum, and she hires an audio engineer who's virtual, so they've never met in person. Little does she know, he's actually the guy that she called out for sneaking out of her roommate's bedroom after a one-night stand.
Oh!
So you can see where it goes from there.
I know, I'm like, wait, this is so cute. I love a romance. Okay, next is How Queer Bookshops Change the World.
Well, this one is kind of a selfish plug because it looks into the history of queer bookshops from the late 1800s to today. We do get a shout out in the back of the book.
You do, congrats.
But A.J. West is a BBC journalist who chronicles how these unlikely heroes of bookstore owners actually helped shape the world in really pivotal moments of history. For example, the original owners of Shakespeare and Company in Paris hid books from the Nazis and skyrocketed the book Ulysses. That wouldn't have existed without them. And then there's a bookshop in Greenwich Village, and the owner actually helped create the very first Pride March.
Wow.
So they've had these really crazy moments, and it's really important for us to reflect on it, especially in this moment of record book bans and anti-LGBT legislation.
How many would you say are there then of you all bookshop-wise?
Currently in the U.S., there's about less than 12 for sure of queer bookshops like ours.
Oh my gosh, okay. Well, moving right along, 1,500 Miles from the Sun. What can you tell me about this one?
Well, we all know it's World Cup fever.
Yes.
So I had to have a little bit of soccer in here. Johnny Garzavia writes great romances that look at Latina experience, a great mix of Spanish and English in these books. In this book, we have our main character who is just about to leave high school, and he comes out on Twitter by accident while he's drunk, so he comes out as gay. And, you know, silver lining is a guy slides into his DMs, and they strike up this really lovely, unlikely friendship from 1,500 miles away, 1,500 miles apart from each other.
Wow.
And so it's a great look at parents who aren't supportive of their kids who come out, and the joy that you can still find in chosen family and other types of alternative support structures. So it just, I can't help but repeat the word lovely over and over again when I talk about this book.
Oh my gosh. All of these two have, I mean, I don't even know how you keep up with reading like everything to be able to like come here and tell us. Okay, I'm like, you must not, because to be able to know like the ins and outs, because I'm going to ask you later, even though they're probably kind of like your kids, like if I had one, like what?
Oh, don't do that.
I know, I'm going to. I'm warning you now. Moving right along, what is next with C.A. Campbell?
So this author, another great local author, this is the book I Won't Shut Up About.
Okay.
It's self-published. It's a fantasy book. It's called Cinnamon Rolls and Villainy, and it's got all the elements of cozy fantasy, but it's higher stakes than that. This book, I'm usually kind of intimidated by high fantasy or books that are this big.
Right.
But it was so approachable, and it was fun. It's a romp. It's got every letter of the LGBT rainbow in there in the most natural way.
Wow. Okay, so that might be the one then. Then if you won't, be quiet about it, it might be it. Next up, My Little Golden Book About Pride. What can you tell me about this one? Kids book, children's book?
Yeah, so this is great for like ages up to kindergarten, I'd say.
Okay.
The illustrator is local. This is actually, believe it or not, for as much as we know about Little Golden Book, this is the very first LGBT book, and it came out in I think 2025. So it's just gorgeous. A lot of the characters are friends of the illustrator who live here, so we love having them at the store. But it's a really good look at queer history and the letters, or the colors rather, of the rainbow flag and what they stand for.
Fantastic. I want to get to your last one, One Day in June.
This one is written by a filmmaker and biographer of Marsha P. Johnson, Tourmaline. And Marsha P. Johnson was an activist who basically led the Stonewall riots and created Pride Month as we know today. She was a Black trans woman, and we don't get to see too much about her now as a person. And it's just got these gorgeous, bright illustrations.
Absolutely.
And it's told from the perspective of one of Marsha's old friends who's telling a young person about who she was. And it culminates in 2020, in June 2020, at a New York City rally to help to support Black trans women.
Gosh, thank you so much. You have given me this whole list, and because we're out of time, that's the only reason why I'm not making you pick. Truly, it's like, okay, fine. Thank you. And thank you to you all for spending time with us today. For more New Day fun, subscribe on YouTube and be sure to download the King 5 apps for free. Don't forget to enjoy your new day, and we'll see you next time.